But here's the scariest part. Nearly half of all cases could have been prevented, and yet millions of seniors are doing these exact habits every day, slowly damaging their brains without knowing it. Because dementia doesn't just show up one day, it builds silently for years. You might assume dementia is just genetic or part of aging, but research shows daily habits play a much bigger role than most people think. In this video, you'll discover 10 brain-damaging habits backed by real science, and how to stop them before it's too late. Let's begin. Number 1. Not sleeping enough. If you're sleeping less than 7 hours a night, you could be doubling your risk of dementia without realizing it. A study from Harvard Medical School found that people who regularly get less than 6 hours of sleep per night have a 30% higher risk of cognitive decline compared to those who get a full 7 to 8 hours. Why does this happen? Your brain cleans itself during deep sleep, flushing out beta-amyloid plaques, the same toxic proteins that build up in Alzheimer's disease. If you're not sleeping enough, those plaques stick around and start damaging brain cells over time. In order to fix this, you must prioritize deep sleep. Stick to a sleep schedule. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Avoid screens before bed. Blue light blocks melatonin, making it harder to fall asleep. Cut caffeine after 2 p.m. Even if you think caffeine doesn't affect you, it reduces deep sleep quality by up to 20%. Fix your sleep, and you're already making one of the biggest moves to protect your brain. New dementia videos daily. Feel free to subscribe. Number 2. Sitting too long and avoiding exercise. A 2022 study from the University of California confirmed that just 30 minutes of exercise per day can reduce dementia risk by 45%. Here is why. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, strengthens neural connections, and reduces inflammation, all of which help keep memory sharp. But here's what most people get wrong. Not all exercise is equally effective. Studies show that the best workouts for brain health are brisk walking or jogging, boosts oxygen to the brain. Strength training increases growth hormones that protect neurons. Dancing or complex movements forces the brain to form new connections. If you're sitting for more than 8 hours a day, your dementia risk jumps by 50%, according to a major study in 2023. So get moving. Even a 10-minute walk after meals can make a big difference. Number 3. Skipping omega-3 fatty acids. Your brain is 60% fat, and the most important type is omega-3 fatty acids. A large-scale study in 2021 revealed that people who eat at least one serving of fatty fish per week have a 40% lower risk of developing Alzheimer's. Why is that? Omega-3 fatty acids reduce brain inflammation, prevent plaque buildup, and help neurons communicate better. To boost your omega-3 intake, eat more fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are best. Take a high-quality fish oil supplement. Look for one with at least 1,000 milligrams of DHA and EPA per serving. Include flax seeds, walnuts, and chia seeds, great plant-based sources. If you're not getting enough omega-3 fatty acids, your brain is literally starving for the nutrients it needs to stay sharp. Dementia doesn't happen overnight. It takes decades of damaging habits to build up. But that also means it's not too late to shift toward better ones. Every small change you make now can help protect your brain for years to come. Let's keep going. Number 4. Eating too much sugar. Dementia is often called type 3 diabetes because high blood sugar damages brain cells, and research backs it up. A 2018 study from Johns Hopkins University warned people with high blood sugar levels are twice as likely to develop Alzheimer's disease. Excess sugar causes inflammation in the brain, weakens blood vessels, and accelerates cognitive decline. But here's the kicker. You don't have to be diabetic for sugar to harm your brain. Just drinking one sugary soda per day increases dementia risk by 30%. To protect your brain, cut back on processed sugar. Avoid sugary drinks like soda and fruit juice. Replace white bread and pasta with whole grains. Read labels. Sugar hides in everything, even healthy foods like yogurt. Your brain runs on glucose, but too much of it? It's like pouring syrup into an engine. It gums up the system and slows everything down. Number 5. Not challenging your brain. Think of your brain like a muscle. Use it or lose it. A 2021 study from the University of Cambridge found that people who engage in lifelong learning have a 38% lower risk of dementia. Why is that? Learning new things builds cognitive reserves, meaning your brain has extra pathways to compensate. If some neurons are damaged, here's what works best. Reading books instead of scrolling social media. Learning a new language, one of the best ways to strengthen brain connections. Playing strategy games like chess or Sudoku. Even learning to play a new instrument can rebuild lost neural pathways. So keep challenging your brain. The harder, the better. Number 6. Staying socially isolated. Loneliness isn't just bad for mental health. It's devastating for the brain. According to a major study in 2022, socially isolated people have a 26% higher risk of dementia. Here's why. When you're socially active, your brain stays engaged. You process emotions, recognize faces, and keep memory sharp. But when you're isolated, the brain literally shrinks due to lack of stimulation. To protect your brain, call a friend or family member daily. Join a group or club, book clubs, exercise classes, or online communities. Volunteer or engage in social hobbies. The more social interaction you get, the stronger your brain stays, and the longer you stay sharp. But many of those cases didn't have to happen. Research shows that simple lifestyle changes, made early, could have changed the outcome. The sooner you act, the more you can protect the brain. Let's keep going. Number 7. Ignoring hearing loss. If you think hearing loss is just an inconvenience, think again. Many recent studies warn that untreated hearing loss is the single biggest modifiable risk factor for dementia, increasing the risk by up to 90%. Here's why it happens. When you can't hear clearly, your brain has to work overtime to process sounds, diverting energy away from memory and thinking functions. Over time, this extra strain shrinks brain volume, accelerating cognitive decline. The good news? Fixing hearing loss can reverse this risk. Researchers found that using hearing aids or other assistive devices dramatically lowers dementia risk. If you struggle to hear conversations, frequently ask people to repeat themselves or notice ringing in your ears. Get your hearing checked immediately. The sooner you address it, the better your brain will function long-term. At this point, we've covered some of the biggest ways to slash your dementia risk, but the most overlooked risk factors are still ahead. The next 3 might shock you. Number 8. Living with chronic stress. Chronic stress and anxiety aren't just bad for your mood, they physically damage your brain. A 2022 study from the University of Southern California revealed that people with high stress levels had a 37% higher risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. And here is why. Stress floods your brain with cortisol, a hormone that, in excess, kills brain cells, shrinks the hippocampus, your memory center, and weakens cognitive function over time. To protect your brain, you need to actively manage stress before it takes a toll. Research shows that deep breathing, meditation, and regular physical activity can significantly lower cortisol levels and reduce dementia risk. Other effective ways to lower stress-related damage include spending time in nature. Fresh air and greenery reduce cortisol levels. Engaging in social activities. Human connection helps regulate stress hormones. Prioritizing quality sleep. Poor sleep makes stress even worse. If you constantly feel overwhelmed or anxious, making stress management a daily habit could be one of the most powerful things you do for your long-term brain health. Number 9, drinking alcohol regularly. Many people believe that a glass of wine a day is good for the brain, but new research says otherwise. A major study from Oxford University, which tracked over 25,000 people, found that even moderate drinking causes shrinkage in the brain's white matter, the part responsible for communication between brain cells. Alcohol destroys neurons, disrupts sleep, and increases brain inflammation, all of which accelerate cognitive decline. The study also warned that drinking more than 7 units of alcohol per week significantly raised dementia risk, with higher consumption leading to faster brain aging. If you want to protect your brain, reducing alcohol intake is key. Cutting back to occasional or minimal consumption can prevent long-term damage. If you drink regularly, try swapping alcohol for brain-boosting alternatives like herbal teas that reduce inflammation, sparkling water with lemon for a refreshing substitute, antioxidant-rich juices that support brain health. Your memory and cognitive function are worth more than a nightly drink. Making small changes now can preserve your brain for decades. Number 10, neglecting gut health. This might surprise you, but your gut health and brain health are deeply connected. A 2021 study from Harvard Medical School revealed that imbalances in gut bacteria can directly contribute to brain inflammation, memory loss, and increased dementia risk. Your gut produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which affect mood, cognition, and memory. When harmful gut bacteria outnumber beneficial ones, it triggers chronic inflammation, which spreads to the brain and accelerates neurodegeneration. To protect your brain, you need to feed your gut the right foods. Eat a fiber-rich diet. Fiber feeds good gut bacteria. Consume probiotics and prebiotics, found in fermented vegetables, yogurt, kimchi, and kefir. Avoid processed foods, excessive sugar, and artificial sweeteners. They destroy healthy gut bacteria. By taking care of your gut microbiome, you're directly protecting your brain from cognitive decline. Dementia isn't inevitable. Science proves you can fight back. Studies prove that the right lifestyle choices can cut your risk in half, or even more. Small daily habits could be the difference between sharp memory in old age or cognitive decline. Now that you know these powerful strategies, what changes will you start making today?
And there you have it. What are your thoughts? Next, dive into this video for more essential tips to transform your health and help you thrive. You're going to love it. Thanks for watching Healthy End, and we'll see you there.